What is going on, everyone? So if you guys want to get a mass amount of uniques and exalted items, there's actually a new best way to obtain them. Now, the way that I'm talking revolves around the faction system that was just introduced with the 1.0 release. Now, the faction that I'm talking about is the Circle of Fortune. So without making this intro drag on, let's get into everything you guys need to know about the Circle of Fortune. So now the first thing you guys need to do is actually join one of the two factions. So how do you actually do that? Well, first you're going to have to reach chapter 9. From there, you're going to go to the Majalka Upper District in the Divine Era. Then you're going to look for an NPC called Zarek, which is right here, located right near the entrance of the town. From there, he'll give you your quest to actually go ahead and pick one of the two factions. Now, once you actually have the quest to join one of the two factions, to join the Circle of Fortune, go to the observatory and then go ahead and talk to the required NPC to complete the quest. Once you've done that, you will officially join the Circle of Fortune, and from there we can get into actually how we can go ahead and get those mass amount of uniques and exalted items. So once you have completed the quest and you're now in the faction, what you can go ahead is go to one of the telescopes, and from there you'll see a bunch of different prophecies you can go ahead and choose from, and at the bottom you'll see the reward and what you'll get if you complete that prophecy. So now you can see already you're going to be getting a lot of good items like exalted melee weapons, two-handed axes, exalted range weapons, and so on, depending on what the prophecy actually rewards. Now, to see what you need to do, you can just look at the event. So for this one, I need to defeat 3 bosses and I will get 4 exalted range weapons. So now there is a bunch of these you can do, not just weapons. You can do armor, accessories, idols and stuff. There's a lot of good things you can do here. And like I said, this is actually the new best way to go ahead and get all your uniques, your exalted items, and those uniques will actually help you upgrade your legendaries as well. Now, one of the things I want to mention is if you're doing some stuff and you only want to do, for example, like the monolith condition ones here, which you have to complete them inside of a monolith to go ahead and complete the prophecy, there is actually a way to get rid of the other conditions and the other quests to where you can make it to where it is majority monolith. Now, the way to do that is if you look at the bottom, you will have lenses. Now, I don't have any currently socketed, but basically to get your lenses, you're going to go to the first NPC at the bottom of the staircase, talk to her, then you're going to be able to go and look at the greater lenses. From there, you can see there will have a 100% reduced chance for prophecies for arena events. So if you're not doing arenas, this is a lens you want to get to go ahead and target those out. You can go ahead and get ones where it's reduced monolith events, where if I'm going to be farming monoliths, I don't want to do that because then that will make it to where I can't do prophecies. But you can go ahead and throw these in. Now, you are going to have to get like 4 of these for each of the telescopes, so do keep that in mind. But doing this and getting rid of the things you don't want to do, like dungeon events, arenas, and so on, this will be one of the best ways to go ahead and say, I'm only doing monoliths, so I'm going to have, you know, majority of monolith conditions. So this way I can just go ahead and target farm and getting a mass amount of prophecies. As you can see, if we go to the prophecy window and look, you can see that you can have a mass amount of prophecies on. So you could have 20, 30 prophecies while you're doing the monoliths, and you're going to be getting a mass amount of exalted and unique items to drop. Also, throughout this video, if you guys find any information useful or this guide helpful, you consider hitting that like and subscribe button. That is the best way to support me. It lets me know you guys are enjoying these type of videos, and it lets YouTube know as well, which it'll push it out to newer people, and in turn that helps me even more. So like I said, that is the best way you can support me. Also, we have a Discord where I will be helping people out if they have questions about the game, helping them with their builds and so on, and especially if they need help with some bosses, I will be doing that as well. So if you guys are interested in joining that, the link for the Discord will be in the description as well as the comment section of this video. Now, a really cool thing that I did notice is once you hit chapter 9, you can actually look for some prophecies you can do right away. Now, the way you can tell that these prophecies can be completed without actually doing like monoliths and stuff, just look for the conditions. If they say none conditions, that means they can be completed anywhere in the game. Now, doing ones like the bosses, for example, this one, I'll get 4 exalted range weapons if I kill 3 bosses. This is a really good prophecy, especially considering that some of the bosses in the early stages get multi-phases, and if you kill their first phase and you can't complete the second phase, then you can basically go ahead and it'll count as 1 boss kill. So now you can really target farm and really farm up your uniques, your exalted weapons, and so on before you hit endgame if you really want to do that, or if you're having issues on some bosses, you know, if it's a multi-phase boss especially, you can kill the first phase of it and just do that 3 times and actually fulfill that prophecy. So it is a really nice, neat little trick there you can do to get yourself some better gear pretty early on. Now, you might be asking how you actually go ahead and afford all these prophecies, all these items, and so on. Now, the way you actually do that is through your favor. Now, the way you get favor is just by killing enemies, completing quests, you know, monolith events, and so on. doing all of that, you will get a mass amount of favor. From there, you can go ahead and buy your prophecies, buy your greater lenses from the NPC down below, and pretty much do all the stuff with your circle of fortune. Now, also the ranks are pretty good as well. As you can see, enemies have a 35% chance of dropping twice as many items. And as you get to the higher ranks, you'll have when a set item would drop, the whole set drops instead, which is insanely good. Like I said, this is the new best way in 1.0 to actually go ahead and get yourself a mass amount of uniques, exalteds, and all that, especially if you're trying to upgrade your legendaries. I would 100% advise joining the Circle of Fortune just because you get so many different items and you're able to target farm a lot of different things as well. Especially the rewards, like I said, of getting like a whole set to drop instead of one piece is massive. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, I hope some of the information was useful. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night or day depending on when you're watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.